Charlie from DM Sound, and today we've got the sound system demo on the 2025 Nissan Kicks and its 10-speaker Bose sound system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at how the infotainment system works, take a look at audio inputs, adjustments, controls, speaker locations. We're going to test out the 5.1 capabilities, then we're going to head out on the road and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Now, if you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning and you just want to hear the music, click ahead in the video. We've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. And I suggest listening with headphones so you can hear exactly what I hear from the driver's seat. Now, before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. Entirely new for 2025, the Nissan Kicks. Slightly larger than the outgoing Kicks. It's got a larger motor and optional all-wheel drive. The model that we're driving today is the top-level SR with the premium package. Costs about $31,000, and that is the only way to get the Bose sound system. If you get anything less than this top-level trim, you're getting either a 6-speaker, or if you go all the way down to the base S model Kicks, you're getting a 4-speaker sound system. If you do want to see anything more on the Kicks, check the link below. We're out here with some first drive coverage today, but we'll have more later on. Now, we always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed WAV files on a USB stick plugged directly into the system, and high-quality Roland binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory defaults, so let's take a look at those now. You've got a 12.3-inch infotainment screen here in this SR Premium model. The base cars are going to get a smaller infotainment screen. I think it was 8 inches if I remember correctly. We're in the media screen. If we go up here to this gear icon and then click sound, we've got our sound settings. We have adjustments for bass and treble. Let's go through those. Below that, you have speed-sensitive volume adjustments, so as you get going faster, the music's going to get louder to compensate for engine, wind, and road noise. And then, way over here, you have the Bose Personal Plus adjustment, and that's because right behind us, we have 4 different speakers built into the headrest, 2 on both the driver and passenger seats. That's new for this year. Outgoing Kicks only had it on the driver's seat, and you can adjust how much volume you get out of those speakers right here. So right now, it's in the middle. We'll go down and then up. Obviously, you can adjust that for personal preference. I've found it sounds best just about in the middle, but if you want a little bit more or a little bit less, you can adjust that there. Now, it is interesting that even though you do have it in the driver and passenger seats, you can't adjust the individual volume. I would like to have that so that, say, if my wife didn't want the music as loud as I did, I could have mine a little bit louder, but that's what you're working with here in the Kicks. Other than that, you don't have any other sort of audio adjustments, so no equalizer, no mid-range adjustment, and actually finding, do we not have any front, rear, left, right? Okay, so we don't have any balance or fader control. I don't think I've ever seen that in a car. Is that really true? That's really surprising to me. I don't think I've ever done one of these reviews where we don't have a balance and fader. I'll have to double check on that. For audio controls here in the Kicks, you have a nice volume knob here in the middle. It's got really good clicks. Happy with that. Nice physical adjustment there. Both the driver and passenger can get to it easily. You also have a volume adjustment on the left side of the steering wheel. For track selection, thank goodness, we still have physical controls flanking the volume control, like that they stuck with some physical controls here in the Kicks. You also have physical rockers on the left side of the steering wheel. For audio inputs in the Kicks, you have your standard AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio. Looks like we have, confirm we got HD radio support. It actually looks like we do not have HD radio support. That's interesting. But you do have Bluetooth and support for wired and wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto in these models. If you have the base S car without the 12.3-inch screen, you have only wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto support. And you got USB-C ports down there for data. And I believe that is it for audio inputs. Yes, so what does that mean you're missing? No USB-A ports, so make sure you have an adapter if you want to use USB. Like I said, the base S car is not going to have wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. No HD radio support and no streaming services built in, so Spotify, Pandora, Apple Music, etc. Speaker locations. As I said, this is a 10 speaker system, but the SV and the SR without the premium package get a 6 speaker system, and they're the same except for the fact that we don't have the headrest speakers. So we've got a door, mid-range-ish woofer, 6.5-inch speaker there, 1, tweeters up front, 2, 3, 4, and then in the headrests, 5, 6, 7, 8, and in the back, you're looking at 9, 10 kind of mid-rangers there. Now if you get the bass 4 speaker system, I assume they just take away the tweeters up front and just stick with the door speakers. Before we get on the road, let's test out the 5.1 capabilities using the immersiveaudioalbum.com surround sound sample track.
Welcome to the Immersive Audio Album channel configuration test. Left, center, right, left surround, right surround, LFE.
Alright, so no 5.1 support, not too surprising, but it does downmix properly to that 2-channel setup. Just wanted to make sure. And with that, let's get out on the road. I'm pretty satisfied with the power of this system. It helps that you don't have to turn it up quite as loud in order to get a decently well-rounded sound thanks to these headrest speakers. But I am a little bit disappointed that at the flat EQ, they're not doing more with these 6.5-inch kind of mid-ranger woofers down in the doors to give us a more full, well-rounded sound. I found with a lot of my music, bringing up the bass helps, although at these louder volumes, it is a little bit more balanced at flat EQ. Speaking of bass though, for this next track, we'll turn the bass all the way up and see how it sounds. Alright, so I've already got beer shakeage, so let's go. Alright, we're hearing a little bit of power drop, a little bit of distortion, but really not too bad. Good amount of shakeage. Feeling it okay in my seat. Yeah, not too bad for not having a dedicated subwoofer. My thoughts on the 10-speaker Bose system here in the new Nissan Kicks. First things first, I gotta give credit to Nissan for caring enough about sound quality in this class to even put in the effort and the engineering it takes to manufacture a sound system like this. I mean, obviously they cared enough. Man, how can I just back up the track? Apparently you can't drag on the... They care enough to put in the effort to have these speakers built in the seats. It's also clear that they wanted to be above all the other competitors in this class, because subcompact crossovers, entry-level type vehicles, they typically get entirely overlooked when it comes to audio quality. Most people in this class are looking for affordable vehicles, and a good way to add cost is to add extra speakers and the tuning that goes into making those sound systems sound good. So I do think it's cool that Nissan cares enough to put these in here. And the headrest speakers do add a nice element to the sound system. You could hear from earlier in the video that taking them away does make the system sound more flat and boring and basic, more like a standard 6-speaker system, because that's what it is. But that also gets us to the point that you can only do so much with these speakers right here. You're still dealing with essentially a basic 6-speaker system that's augmented a little bit near your heads. So I'm still confused by the tuning. I really would have liked more of a rich, lower bass sound. I understand that then if somebody turns these headrest speakers off, it's going to sound out of whack, but I would have liked to see a system a little bit more like the Miata, where you can't actually change the headrest speaker volume, it's fixed, and then that would give more liberty to the sound engineers to tune the system knowing that no one's going to be screwing with the volume level of these headrest speakers. I mean, you can't go through necessarily and adjust individual speaker volumes around the rest of the system, so why should you get to do it here? I understand Nissan kind of wanted that gimmick to be played out there, but all that being said, at flat EQ, this is getting a C+. I'd be willing to give it a bump up to a B- if you bump the bass up, and then just kind of reward Nissan for trying, but it's a C+, B- system. So thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on the kicks, check the link below, and we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from DM Sound, and as always, drive on.